I'm Jenny,
Hi, I'm Jessie.
and we welcome you to our channel. Today, this is our first video ever, so we're really excited and nervous a little bit. We haven't done it this way before, but we both have decades of experience doing health promotion and health education, and we really want to support those people who are just getting started in health promotion. But we also want to bring in all those folks who have been doing health promotion for many years to come in and share what they've been doing, because there's so many different ways to uh, make sure people are doing good health behaviors, and what might work for one population won't work for another. So if we all work together, we can really find some really great ideas to make our programs collectively even better. So the four F's that we're talking about are fun, factual, frugal, and fabulous. So we'll explain our thoughts on those first. And for fun, um, health promotion should be fun. There's so many fun things that you can do with health promotion. You know, we used to call exercise recess, and we used to like it back then. Now we don't like it. So how can we change ideas around that? And yeah, first off, it should be very fun. Jess, what have you done that was fun?
I've been a part of a lot of fun health promotion activities and events, but one that comes to mind I've shared with you, Jenny, in the past is when a college campus I worked on went tobacco free. And on my lunch hour, would pick up cigarette butts around campus so that I could talk to people about the environmental impact of littering cigarette butts. And I had some really great conversations. So, not everybody's idea of a good time, but it was fun for me. And I got my exercise and was able to connect with a lot of people that during that time.
Oh, interesting. And so the second word is factual. I'll turn that over to you, Jess.
So, facts are really important. We all know that. There's been a lot of conversation about facts in the media in recent years as they relate to public health and health promotion. It's really important to us that our efforts, even though they're fun, are based on fact and evidence. So, you'll hear us refer to the literature. We'll try to send forward some articles that are the basis of some of the efforts that we make. And we would love to hear your thoughts on the research being done in your area or what you've known to be true, and the basis for your own work. So, more to come on that in the future.
And so, one thing we're going to do to keep our videos factual is we're going to date all our videos. So, today's video is being recorded on November 9th, 2025. So, and you'll also hear us say, research happens, we learn, we evolve, and we move on. Because we're learning new stuff all the time about this magical world that we live in. So we just don't need to hold on to old thoughts or ideas. We need to just go with the flow and learn from the experts what it's really going to help us to be healthier in the long run. And the third word, I'm getting ahead of myself. The third word is frugal. We know that most health promotion departments are don't really get a separate budget. There's really not a lot of funding for health promotion. We've seen the budgets for public health drop tremendously over the last decades, not even the last few years. But so we want to give ideas that don't cost a lot of money, but really give you a big bang for your buck. What is one of your favorites that you've done frugally?
I think again, it was fun, but certainly frugal was when my kids were little, going through their toy box and using some of those items for props at tables or to spur conversation. For instance, working with a group and talking about the importance of sleep And so I went through my daughter's toys and brought in some of those to draw in people to my table and then talk to them about how their sleep quality was and the potential impact on their health. But it kind of drew people in that I had a teddy bear and storybooks and things like that. And then people could also reminisce about how their sleep was as a kid and what were some of the sleep hygiene tricks that their parents use, like taking a warm bath at night or reading a bedtime story, and how they'd gotten away from that as adults.
Nice. Um, Frugal for me, we would always just go through labels like crazy. I had, they called us the trash collectors because we were always going around and pulling out empty soda bottles and just take the soda bottles and put in the amount of actual sugar that's in that soda. It's really surprising that sometimes there's a third to a half a cup of sugar in some of the sodas. So that's really frugal. And the last word back to you, Jessica.
Is fabulous. So we really have a lot of ideas about what is fabulous when it comes to health promotion, but we also first and foremost recognize that what's fabulous in one setting might not be fabulous in another. So this is really an individualized component of health promotion. And we hope to not only hear stories of what has been fabulous in your lives, if you've been doing health promotion, but also have a variety of guests come talk to us, because there are a lot of fabulous individuals doing this important work in health promotion as well.
Right. There's no one way that's correct on how to do health promotion. So sharing resources really going to save us all a lot of money, help us get the word out a lot better.
For this channel, we have a lot of lofty plans. One of them that we're especially excited about is inviting in both subject matter experts from fields such as nutrition, health promotion, nursing, exercise physiology, lots of amazing people out there who can share some words of wisdom with us, but also to invite in some guests, maybe people like you who have some examples from their own work of things that went especially well in health promotion, whether activities or events. The other thing that we'll be inviting people to share with us when they come on here is their favorites and their fails, because we've all along the way had some great examples of what worked especially well, and also some examples of where things fell short. And the cool thing about health promotion, as we talked about earlier, is that just because something fell on its face for me doesn't mean that Jenny can't make some revisions to it and roll it out successfully in her workplace or her school or community organization, whatever setting. So we're looking forward to having this be a conversation with a lot of our friends and people out there in the health promotion realm who we can all learn from.
Right. And we're going to take those programs, the events that other people have done, and kind of break down some really fun ideas that we can build on. Like there's sugar games that we can teach you how to do that can be done frugally, and they can last. And I know they were always a big draw to my tables when I had lots of candy and drinks on my table, because they would hope that they would be free and they could take them with them. So that was always silly. And other ideas that you guys have, so we'll have a list of ideas that you can use to make your own products. There's things to share, because getting people engaged in your events is really the key to really making them very successful. And then we have some challenges we want to do too, right, Jess?
So a lot of people do have a bit of a competitive edge to them. You may have been involved in challenges at a workplace or academic setting. And so we'll be doing some of those challenges with you all. Hopefully you'll participate with us. But actually, to kick things off, we're going to have a challenge that you'll hear more about amongst ourselves. So we want to make sure that everybody engaged in health promotion remembers that it also should be applying in their own lives. So, certainly, a lot of you folks are probably doing your work to serve others or promote health and well-being in some sort of audience, but we hope that you'll include yourselves. And we're going to kick off this winter with a challenge among our small team, and you'll hear more about that later.
Right. To kick us off, too, we're looking at creating a really health promotion foundation course. It'll be very short, 30-ish minutes videos that cover the purpose, the audience, the now I can't remember them all. Purpose, or yeah, purpose is first, audience, because you have to know who you're working towards, what the topic's going to be, what the parameters you need to consider when you're building this event or program. Even you could take it that far. What resources are you going to use? We're going to help you find loads of resources on many different topics. We've been doing this so long, we know of all kinds of resources that are out there. And last but not least, just a real basic small idea on ideas, and then we're just going to launch from there to be doing even more ideas and more sharing and all of that. So we really hope you want to join us in this grand adventure, and we'll see you here. Please subscribe below, and we hope to see you around. Take care, have fun, and see you next time.